Are the churches making us poor? Like honestly, I've been thinking about this topic for quite some time, and even on the channel, I made a trailer sometimes back about the scams in the churches. But this is a very a very tricky conversation because I am a Christian and I've really been praying and I really love God. So it is a very tough conversation to bring it up. But I felt it necessary that we talk about this. Are the churches making us poor? On this channel, we talk about money making. But could it be that we are struggling financially because the churches are overtaking it? I mean, what do you really think? Let's look at this scenario. Like, originally, while growing up, I was taught, and I know very well that even when you read Leviticus 27, verses 30, or maybe you read somewhere in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 9, it tells you about tithing. Now, what does tithing say? Okay, a tenth of your produce, a tenth of your whatever crops you're getting or animals, because by then, of course, there was no jobs getting salary. It was all about you being a farmer, growing crops, get animals, and like that. Bring the tenth in the church, bring it in the house of the Lord, offer it back, because He's the one who provides you with everything, right? Yes, let's say so. Now, that was the original concept, and I myself do really believe in that. In fact, a number of religious sect, religious grouping do believe that you need to provide something back. You need to something that you have earned, something that any produce, whatever you have obtained, offer something back to the house of the Lord. Offer more like sacrifice or whatever you can call it. Now, a tenth is not bad because that's like what? Like 10% of whatever thing you earn. And I don't think you can really be poor from offering 10% of whatever you earn at the end of the day. Now, that is if you believe in that. So, me, I think that the churches are not really making us poor due to tithing. But how are they making us poor? Number one, there is this concept called sowing your seed. Sowing your seed came, it is not very long ago. That is when the concept of sowing your seed came. And is it biblical? I don't think so. What does sowing your seed says? It says, give me a portion of your wealth, and I'll give you back much more in abundance, a sort of blessing. And what do the preachers say? They twist it. The more you offer, the more you receive back. The more seeds, the more land you plow, the bigger you'll get. The more you put in the ground, the more you are going to reap. Now, that is not tricky because if I want blessings, if let's say I want to if I want to make 100 million this year, if I use to tithe, let's say 100,000, I'll need to now begin putting much more. If I use to sow seeds 100,000, I need to put something like 2 million or 10 million for me to be able to get 100 million. Because the more you invest, let me call it invest, because in my opinion, I think it's an investment. The more you invest, the more you're going to get in return. Me, I think that is a scammy way that the church leaders are using to get money from everybody. And it is the main preaching. In fact, more and more, it is harder and harder to hear about tithing that used to be monthly. Now it is more into sow your seed, put as much as possible, then you will receive as much as possible. And when I used to be at the university, that preaching used to be so much in that some of my friends could put their tuition fee, their residential fee, their feeding fee. They just go and dump it in church. They're like, okay, let me just dump everything in the God is going to give me much more tuition for the whole of the academic year and even years to come later. And when these people are preaching that put everything you have, they don't care. They really don't care where you're getting the money from. All they're saying is that you need to put something if you want to get the blessing. And that I think is making us poor. And how about then the different special prayers? Now, there are so many churches nowadays that come up with a sort of like special prayers, like you need to pay a certain amount of money, then they offer you these nice special prayers. So you will attend. You need to offer. You need to pay. A number of them are happening in my country. One of the pastors known around here happened to make people pay $300 to come and attend end of year prayer for entering 2023. That was 2022 to enter in 2023. That message went everywhere on social media. You pay $300 to attend a 2-hour service, which are calling it a special miracle prayer for the new year. And that's not all. It will always be every month, every week, every time. It will always come up that if you want to get these special prayers, then you need to pay some money. And that's making us poor too. But there are also a special uh, special gift like blessed items, be it holy water, holy food, holy sort of things that are sold around and that you have to use in order to receive the blessing. Now, so you not only pay something, you not only pay to be prayed for, but you also pray to go back with something home. If you want the holy water, pay for it to go back. If you want the holy food, pay for it to go back. And it's really cutting across in a number of churches. Like a number of churches, I've seen them. Some of them somehow used to be part of them. Honestly speaking, when you're growing up, you want to try many things, especially when you're in a bad situation. You always want to look for solutions from anywhere. Solutions for anywhere. So you can, if you hear, okay, I hear so and so can bless you and you become rich, and then you run there, and then you find, oh, it was a scam. Like it was not true. So it's buying those gifts is really common in my country here. There is a guy who sells a kilo of rice, like rice for eating the grains. A kilo of that could go for about $20. $20 a kilo. He's just going to go in the market, go in the shop, buy rice. A kilo of rice is like $1. She can buy a kilo of rice at $1. He comes and sells at 50, at $20. Sometimes even more, depending. Or water, a jerry can of tap water, like it's more like tap or like a spring or a fountain constructed around the church or inside the church. But then he says it's blessed. For you to go and get a 5 liter, a 3 liter, 1 liter of that water, you need to pay a certain fee. And if you accumulate that money keeps on going each and every time. And before you know it, it will have gone so much before you even knowing it. But sometimes you may think that you're not giving financially, so you're not losing. So maybe you're there saying that, but me, I've never given them anything financial. So they're not making me poor. How about your time? When I used to be at the university, we could spend time helping prepare the church, prepare this and this, go for choir practice, go for this and this. We are going for outing. We are going for to preach. You're going to, like, you could literally spend from Monday to Sunday without even attending lectures, trying to serve. They call it serving, trying to serve. Remember, you're not getting any salary, but remember, for them, they're receiving money at the end of the day from the congregation in form of offertories and tithe. So choir is free of charge, instrumental is free of charge, all sort of things. It's just being done. You're doing it free of charge. Like your time, you giving your time, and remember, time is money. So you're more like also giving money to them. So we would spend time, days and days, doing all sorts of things until I looked back and I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing here? I've come to study. And I had to hold back. Some people didn't hold back. Some of them didn't graduate. Many of them didn't graduate. Some of them had to get another academic year and then they had to repeat school just because of that. Meaning they could have finished their school earlier, they would have got the job earlier, they would have begun making the money earlier, then maybe their life could have been better, much, much more faster. What do you really think? Are the churches making me and you poor? Like, may not be the church. Like, whatever thing is only, is it making us poor? Let me know what you really think about it.